Now, moving on to the topic of mood disorders. Now, most of us get depressed from time to time, right? Maybe failing an exam, or not getting into one's first choice of college, or maybe breaking up with a romantic partner. These are some examples which can, induce a depressed mood in many people, right? Most of us experienced it. However, mood disorders are something different, because there the situation and the depression caused is actually much more severe, much more persistent, and also it is for much longer periods of time. Okay, so we feel depressed, we feel sad, but that is for a very short span of time, and even the severity is very limited, right? We maybe for a couple of days or maybe for a week, but then we move on with a normal functioning. But in case of mood disorders, these disturbances become so intense and become so persistent that they can be clearly be termed as maladaptive, because they actually start interfering with the person's normal functioning, and they start causing problems in the person's relationships and the person's work performance. Okay, so mood disorders are we can actually call them we can actually call mood disorders as severe alterations in mood, okay, and for longer periods of time. Now, the two key moods involved in mood disorders are mania, which is often characterized by intense and unrealistic feelings of excitement and euphoria. Okay, so the person is in a state of euphoria, like overwhelmed in an abyss of emotions. So that is the maniac phase. And the second phase, or the second key mood, is depression, which usually involves feelings of extraordinary sadness and dejection. So the sadness and the dejection level is extreme. Okay, so even the maniac phase is very extreme, and the depression phase is also extreme. Okay, so intense and unrealistic feeling of excitement, so intense elevation, mood elevation in maniac phase, and intense dejection and sadness in the depressive phase. Now, some people experience both of these kinds. Okay, and some people experience only the depressive phase. Okay, now these mood states are often conceived to be at opposite ends of a mood continuum, right? With normal mood in the middle. So if we imagine it as a scale, we can find depression and mania at two extreme ends of the scale, and normal mood lies right in the middle of the scale. Although this concept is accurate to a degree, sometimes the patient may have symptoms of mania and depression during the same time period. Now, in these mixed episode cases, the person actually experiences rapidly alternating moods. Okay, so at one point the person is sad, and in the next moment he starts crying. Again, we find him jumping from one place to another. So there is a sort of constant irritability, and there is a constant restlessness within the person. Okay, and all of this is within the same episode of illness. Okay, so this is what mood disorders is.